When we talk about love, I believe it's important to have our definitions clear. When I say love, I'm talking about oneness. I'm talking about the end of separation. And so, what do we need to know? We need to know that love is the natural state of the soul. I'll never forget this. This is a circle. If you ever heard the phrase "behold eternity," that the circle itself. Let me see if I can make sure I get this out the light. That the circle itself represents no beginning, no ending. It's continuous. It is eternity itself. Behold the soul. What I'm telling you is that when I say love is oneness, I'm saying that love is the natural state of the soul. It's the natural state of who you are. We need to understand that one principle, that love is the natural state of who you are. And so we only stop feeling love when the soul goes into protection mode, when there is a split, what we call when there is separation. The sense that this side is me and this other side is not me. Once I define certain things as me and other things as not me, now I have to go on the defense against this hostile world that exists outside and away from me. I have to protect myself. The very fact that I've divided myself psychologically and often psychosomatically, which is to say, I feel separate from everything else in existence. Once that happens, now I have something to protect. There's a little me. I put this in quotes. There's a little tiny me that I now have to protect from hostile invaders. The problem is that this doesn't start when you're 30. It starts when you're 3. If the appropriate protocols are not put in place, if the appropriate explanations are not put in place as to the nature of reality. Now, who you know teaching 3-year-olds that they are the full totality, the full context of experience, not just a small part of it. Sure, the 3-year-old does need to develop a certain ego that can help it avoid fires and furnaces and different things. Right? We understand that. But what happens is that we fail to teach the 3-year-old at any time, once they know not to touch the fire, that it is actually okay to touch the fire of the soul and to burn up your delusions in it. That's the part we somehow ain't teaching. Forget the 3-year-old, the 30-year-old. And so the principle is that the soul now needs the soul, which is the totality, love being the full nature of the soul now needs protection when the soul gets into separation. So we lose touch. This notion of separation is the reason that we lose touch with reality in the first place, lose touch with the fabric of existence in the first place, lose touch with love in the first place. So once you lose touch with love, how are you going to redeploy or use love later in order to heal yourself? It would be impossible. It would frankly be impossible. So our principle is this, that love is the original nature of the soul. So the principle is that love is the original nature of the soul. What's the pattern? What's the pattern we're experiencing here? Love is the original nature of the soul, but the pattern is that separation. The pattern is that separation made you forget. Love is the original nature of the soul. That is our principle. But the pattern, the reason that recalling love on command is such an issue, the reason that people have no way or no idea as to how to actually heal from their own past is because this sense of separation, which made the past a problem in the first place, also made you forget original nature. That's the pattern. That once you have separation, once you have a me and a not me, once you saying they not like us, oh, I know it's culturally meaningful. I love K Dot too. But once you say they not like us, you've made a they, a distinction between the you, the they, the me, the not me. You have that separation again. And though it may build you an alliance in the short term, and alliances are necessary, that's wonderful. Alliances are necessary at a relativistic human plane of existence. But is it worth dwelling in illusion forever? I like a great alliance too, but I also want to understand that the alliance, the tribe that I'm building, the so-called enemies that I have are but variations of myself. If I do not remember that, then guess what? I create separation. The separation makes me forget love, and guess who suffers? Maybe them, but definitely me. That's an issue because now we're removed from the original nature of the soul. You've lost touch with yourself. Why? Because you've forgotten. Why? Because you created the separation. Are you understanding the principle and the pattern?